Hello and welcome to twitch.tv/OW University. My name is Pimpin' the Crib, and joining me today is Energy Being, Dudge, and Sindane. How are you guys going? How you doing?
Doing good today. Doing
Yeah,
good.
doing pretty well. I imagine Dudge is fine, but he is currently getting a drink.
I'm actually just right back. I legged it across my room. I'm back and I'm ready for St. Patrick's Day.
I mean,
Yes,
what's
it's
coming
St.
after these
Patrick's
games?
Day.
yeah.
I have to hope you have a Guinness right now, just for the occasion.
Just in the fridge.
Yeah, so today we have the Luck of the Average Brawl, which is a new event that we're doing where you sign up as a 3-stack. It just kind of threw it up on the whim, and you sign up as a 3-stack, get paired with another 3-stack, and we were gonna do a round robin. There's a short amount of teams, so today we have a best of 5, and between two teams, Cannonball and Blacklist, which both teams are actually pretty even in SR. I know you guys were talking about earlier that you know pretty much 6 of the players in here, so half the players. Are they on opposite teams? No?
Yeah, they are on opposite teams.
They are.
I would also say that I know why from playing against him in the league too. So I know 7 out of 12 of these people.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking at the teams here, I mean, I don't know about how good the odd ones are, but I think Javi, Plumbus, and Vikyoku against the Slow Cookers trio should be fairly evenly matched.
I mean, Pichu, we all know, is like on another level with Roadhog when he plays Roadhog, though.
Yes.
So
Yeah, but
I
in the same thing, Plumbus is on a different level with literally every hero he plays.
yeah, he's not a person that has a proper main as much as he's just extremely good at every DPS character that he plays.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see which cards he pulls out to deal with the problems that he's coming up against.
Yeah. I mean,
should be interesting.
Yeah, I'll also note that. Okay, so we've got team names in Blacklist for that's Arze, Homemade Pizza, Pichu, Johnsy, Weber, and Rooty, and Cannonball for Harvey, Alterna, Plumbus, Paul Weezy, Virkoku, and Wriggle. I will note Cannonball might have a bit of advantage because Javi is quite an experienced shot caller, and I know from personal experience he's actually quite good at the role. So we'll see how much of an impact that's going to have.
I honestly do not know who to root for at this point because, one, I coach Aze, Homemade Pizza, and Pichu's team, the Slow Cookers. We also cast for them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally know Have and Vikyoku from Team Boostio because we always play together. So it's not like I can easily choose sides. I think, though, that I may root for Blacklist just because I know that Pichu is such a hard person to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pichu and Aze, like Aze is extremely good at like every DPS role that I've seen him play, and Pichu is extremely good at playing his off tank role.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it may have a problem if we see Vikyoku pull out that Winston like he normally does, or even McCree like he's starting to play now. He may not have as much leeway because there's just such good players coming up against him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to go with Cannonball because I have faith in Plumbus's rather vast hero ocean and Harvey's shot calling. So
I have all the confidence in Have's shot calling. Since he started this league, he's gotten a lot better. But I mean, I don't know. I just have to be contrarian because hey, I knew that you were going to go for Boostio because it's your team anyway.
While we're waiting here, I just want to give a big shout out to Kaz. And if people are looking at the stream now, I'm going to be showing the poster that he created here. Big shout out for doing our graphics. As just toss the idea of a Torbjorn, and there he goes. Has a whole pot of gold ready.
Yeah, so, man. I mean, that poster is great. Like, honestly, the posters that he's been making for these things are amazing. Mm-hmm. I'd love to see him do more stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And if we had other people in the audience that are, involved with graphics, video editing, maybe they want to get coaching, casting as well. Aside from just playing in these events and the league, be sure to go to the Discord, discord.gg/OW University, and contact some admins. Just post around, a little bit of a resume. We have a few threads where you can post for coaching, casting, off topic. Maybe just show off your art and whatever. So be sure to go there if you want to, get involved with us. As we're accepting positions here and there. Maybe you're involved with social media. You want to come help us out on the social media aspects. We have opportunities for everyone, which is really what this league is about. Is creating opportunities on all sorts of platforms.
Mm.
If there's anything I'd like to add to that as well, even if this is the first piece of experience that you get, that experience can take you to so many different places as well. We, as a casting team, started out from the Overwatch University League, and we've already gone on to separate other events as well, and had a great time elsewhere, whilst also still doing this. This could be the entry to an esports career, potentially. If you want to do something like that, it's always worthwhile to get involved.
And then even on the playing aspect, we've had teams on the NA side that have got picked up by esports organizations. So, it's not just from the casting coaching experience, with the playing experience as well. Maybe you want to play here casually before you take the next step into paid tournaments. So really, all platforms is a viable way to approach this league.
I mean, I know it's been good for us for like a starting platform for us on casting, because we've gone on already to cast the King of the North tournament, like for the subsidiary of ESL, and we've also like been told that they sent off the video to Blizzard and they liked it a lot. So that's great. It's been good for us.
Yeah,
it's always really a good thing. It's a good entry point.
Right, so okay, so we've got teams some people want to pay. For those who want to know what maps we are playing today, we are starting off with a good old Hollywood, nice bit of hybrid map. Then we're moving on to Lijiang Tower, Temple of Anubis, and if assuming it's not a 3-0, we will then be moving on to Dorado, and finally King's Row as a decider. Yeah, this is a full best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. This should be really good fun.
And just to note out, if any of these teams or matches end up in a draw, we will be playing at Ilios, just a best of round, just to get that out of the way as soon as possible. But I mean, I'm hoping that we get to see all 5 maps, as there's only 2 teams. I kind of want to draw this out, and these teams are even. I still don't know who to root for. As you guys were saying earlier, I kind of want Blacklist because the name Homemade Pizza is on that team.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he's not homemade pizza. He's homemade pizza. He's made pizza.
It's also
at home.
It's sad to see Pichu. Like Pichu plays on Team Slow Cookers, and they also have a person named Weezing. So like, I'm sad that they don't all have Pokemon names, but it's still good.
I mean, they
like
have
Homemade
Symmetra.
Pizza. They do have Symmetra. I don't think that you could get Symmetra to change her name from Symmetra.
No, I'm not gonna lie. That still remains. Symmetra is still the most annoying person to cast, especially when she's not playing Symmetra.
Yeah, that and like
Sombra was the other one we had.
Sombra
Sombra
playing something else. Also, like casting for Symmetra is annoying anyway, because Symmetra is such a weirdly good Symmetra. When we think that she's gonna die, she never does.
Mm-hmm.
Like she always just stays alive, keeps on going. But this is gonna be interesting because we have no idea how this is gonna go down. They're both fairly evenly matched, have good people on both sides, and like honestly, even though I've said that I'm rooting for Blacklist, I have no idea how this is gonna go down for either of these teams. It's such a interesting matchup.
All right, we're just waiting on a ready from Blacklist. Cannonball are ready.
I believe Ace did say they were ready a little bit up in chat. But while we're waiting for this game to get started, I just want to remind everyone that if you want more information on this league, go to discord.gg/OWUniversity. Also, if you want to know about when we stream, follow us on Twitter at OWUniversity. And also, as always, go to our subreddit, reddit.com/r/Overwatch University. It's kind of the home of where this league started from.
There we go. We are heading into game, and here we are on a nice little Hollywood map. Okay, so let's talk hybrid maps. Do you think we're going to be seeing any cheesy Symmetra Torbjorn defenses here, Energy Being?
I mean, sadly, because we don't have Symmetra playing right now, I don't think we're going to see it. We may see Bastion, though. Bastion.
I mean, Katyusha's not playing. I'm not sure we're going to be seeing a Bastion with no Katyusha, you know?
This is true. A lot of people are less ballsy about making these sorts of decisions than he is. Yeah.
Okay, so we're starting to see some teams come. Energy Being.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is this comparable?
Oh, this is not comparables. Okay, wait.
We're going back to lobby.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
So I'd like to.
Okay. I am sorry
Slight
for this.
mishap at the beginning there.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a good thing I caught it.
It is a good thing that you caught it.
That would have
been
gone
bad.
No, you guys were starting to talk about the map itself being a hybrid map. What will we be expecting to see from the attacking side to break that first point, take it further, and gain the momentum coming in?
So, okay, so one of the most, generally the fairly straightforward option, especially when you've got a pickup group like this, is you have two major options when on the attack. You either run dive or you run death ball. There's obviously variations within which, and I mean all the other comps do exist. But those are the two major options you have. So you have either your Winston or your Reinhardt, and then you decide, and then you've got your different variants on how you're going to play around the Winston and the Reinhardt. From what we saw there, we saw a Reaper coming in, we saw Reinhardt coming in on the defense, and it seemed to be a fairly straightforward death ball versus death ball comp.
All right, loading back in because I make mistakes.
I'm actually a big fan of, not for the first 2 points, actually running a dive comp on attack here. Yes, even on the payload, simply because I mean dive's just great at contesting. Thank you, Vicky. Simply because dive is so great at contesting capture points, it's just great at capturing them in general. And then on the street's face, there's so much high ground that you'll generally see like a soldier and a Zenyatta up there, and Winston and Genji, common component of the dive comp. Pharah, Widowmaker, also not unseen in dive comps, are generally all exceptional at contesting those areas, and that's what's really important in the streets phase of Hollywood.
Well, one of the other things that I'd like to bring both of your attention to, something that we always do get excited about whenever we watch the slow cookers play. Pichu is playing the Roadhog. We've seen him carry games. He's somebody who drew up a bit of contention earlier this season because his Pichu, at the beginning of the season, he started in, I believe it was low plat, and by the end of the season, he'd grinded his way entirely to master.
I believe he was in Grandmaster for a bit. But yeah, he was in Master earlier this season. The reason why he is Diamond now is because he's been having some internet issues lately. They have been fixed up though, but his SR is still in Diamond for the moment.
Yeah, this guy Roadhog is something else. We're going to be keeping an eye on that.
Incredible.
On the flip side, I believe we are seeing... we're seeing a pharmacy come out here from Cannonball. We're going to see how that's going to work. We've got Javi on his Roadhog and Plumbus on his Soldier. Pretty boring, Plumbus. We'll see what you break out later on if it doesn't work.
We also have homemade pizza on Reinhardt. We have seen him before. He outplays other Reinhardts like incredibly a lot of the time.
And VK already being
dragged in.
Pichu getting a great hook there. Ruti being taken down on the backside. So that's just a 1-for-1 trade at the beginning. Harvey trying to find some picks around the outside of this fight as they're just vying for positioning here. Enviable on that Mercy. Went purple for a little while there, so couldn't really do too much. Pichu's already pushed up and he's going to be taking down two. Enviable and Paul Weezy. The pharmacy is going to be disassembled straight away as Vikioku also goes down. Pichu is going absolutely nuts here. That's 4 kills. That's the 5th hook. He's killed the entire team by himself. We were hyping this guy up for a very good reason.
I mean, he knows what he's doing, man. He really knows what he's doing.
I'd just like to point out, Pichu has whole hog.
Already, yeah.
I don't think I've even seen him heal. That's purely off damage.
He has his ult before Anna does.
And VK already being pulled in once again, vying too far forward for position, going purple and being pushed straight back out. Pichu trying to get around that corner to get some more Roadhog right clicks down. Homemade Pizza just pulling back the shield line as Vikioku charging it, but that's Homemade Pizza with a lovely Earth Shatter, taking down 4 to the floor as we're seeing everyone go down, but Servants are never dying as everything's coming back. We're seeing John Soy now going to be using that Tactical Visor to try and get some extra damage down on the back end of this fight. Tranquility being used try and stop any extra damage coming in, keeping that defense alive at the second.
I'd say that was a really good Transcendence. Came out right at the right time, kept everybody alive and together.
Yeah,
good work.
I'm not sure about the team coming in from Cannonball here. I'm not sure if the Roadhog's really having the effect it needs to, especially against a Roadhog of Pichu's caliber. Oh, here we go.
The dive coming straight in as Vikioku has switched. Paul Weezy now Rocket Barrage with the Nano Boost on top. Alterna getting 1 kill as well. Unstoppable on the backside, but Paul Weezy takes down 2. This is going to be most of the point taken as Arze just jumps down, going to the stairs now, ring around the roses as he takes down Plumbus. Alterna being taken down by Wybe as well. Arze and Ruti finishing up that final kill onto Enviable.
You thought the supports,
That was-
you thought just the supports was left, the fight was over. No, these supports are out for blood.
Supportal combat. Mercy's angry and she's at a PTA meeting. Now, like, this is just great.
Hell?
She's not on defense anyway. That was just
Why a PTA meeting?
she's
She
the
wants to
parent,
get some-
obviously.
What? Why?
The dive coming straight back in once again. Homemade pizza going to be slept on the point as Paul Weezy's going low on that Genji. Pichu using that Roadhog ultimate now. He's already pushing everyone off the point. Got one kills. Ruti is going to take down another. Harvey going to be completely and utterly butchered in the backlines there as Ruti getting some very well placed shots. And another there onto Paul Weezy, giving him a bit of a haircut there on the back of the fight.
I mean, I kind of feel bad for Have's team right now. They're not really getting any ground. They had like one really good push. They took out almost everyone, but even the supports kind of pushed them back.
And VK jumping in once again. That's going to be the shield put down onto the points. He's trying to get some damage to dive. The team is now coming in. Plumbus getting 2 of these kills. It's Pichu pulled in, getting another pull on the backside. He takes down 2. He doesn't care. He wants to be close. Plumbus getting that Graviton down, but no effect with that one at the second, as it's just going to have to be another reset. But the spawns are coming in now, so we've got to see them dive straight onto this point. Vikioku, the first man to dive straight in, getting pulled straight out and slept. Tranquility coming down onto the point as Enviable cannot die here for the second. Poor Weezy trying to slash through a couple of people, but nothing doing there. Harvey getting 1 kill down onto Ruti. Tac Visor now coming down from Jonsoy, and the Harvey Roadhog ultimate slept straight away as Pichu's using his more effectively. That's Alterna jumping onto the point now, but he's going to be hammered straight off. Harvey pulled, Harvey killed. Enviable, the only man left here, as Vikioku is now going to jump in as well. Alterna taken down by the opposing Anna, and that's Homemade Pizza now with the charge. Vikioku going to be taken down once again. Ozzy 2 kills, Enviable trades 1 back, but that is round 1.
There we go.
Oh,
full
Weezy
hold.
was so close to getting on that point.
Yeah,
It's like
so
0.2 seconds.
I think Cannonball's mistake there was I think they needed to vary up their team comp really hard. Like, that Roadhog wasn't being as effective as it should have been. There just wasn't anything to really pull. It was like the Reinhardt got hooked a couple of times, but they weren't following out with the biotic grenade that was needed to finish him off. They didn't really have that much follow-up DPS coming in afterwards as well, especially after they swapped Plumbus off the soldier onto the Zarya, so there wasn't really any burst damage to come in. I don't know.
Yeah, it was kind of messy. We all know that like Homemade Pizza is an incredibly good Reinhardt. He's always in the right place at the right time. His shield's defending the correct amount of people. He's just putting that big blue rectangle between him and the enemy team at all times, protecting his people. So there wasn't really any hook targets to get. And it's like sad for like Have's team that he just couldn't get those hooks off. Yeah, Cannonball. To just get those hooks off. But I think if they switched over to like a full dive a bit earlier, it would have worked out for them. Or if they had the Pharah still in on a dive comp, it would have been good.
Yeah. I mean, I also think I don't know why they kept pushing main and they didn't even try once to go up to high ground. Well, they did try right at the start. They didn't try. I don't know. I mean, I personally would have taken something like a Reaper. And well, I always like Reaper. But against that Roadhog, I would have taken the Reaper McCree, and then I would have pushed up the high ground and tried to get a fight in close quarters. Which against Reaper McCree, not somewhere you want to be.
No, it's definitely not. I think there is a lot of options, but it may just be that because this is 2 random 3 stacks, they don't have the unit cohesion.
Yeah.
Pichu,
what are you doing all the way out there?
Pichu, Homemade Pizza, and Aze just all work together so well that they could probably do the fight themselves for the most part.
Yeah. Oh, pause.
Oh.
We're going to start this one straight off with a pause. We do have the composition locked in, however. Now, we're seeing from the defensive side this time round, we are going to see that Symmetra come down. With Symmetra here, could take the entire team for a loop, but we have seen Homemade Pizza show his flexibility before. He's been able to switch off Reinhardt onto something more effective here, such as which could be the Winston to dive them in, take down that very annoying beam hero, and just push the fights forward with an advantage.
Alright, yeah, he's having internet issues.
I thought you fixed them, NGing. You lied to me.
I mean, they've been doing better. They haven't been having too many problems, but...
So what you're saying is you lied to me. You deliberately misled me. My feelings may never recover from this. And we've got a nice bit of F to pay respects going on in chat right now.
Yep.
So if Twitch chat wants to join in, press F to pay respects, guys.
Also, Kaz Ulti saying, "Wow, that was a great hold. It really was. It really was a great hold."
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the star of the show Pichu has had an instant karmic backlash and is currently disconnected. So
I mean,
we're currently sitting in.
Anybody who can open up a fight killing the entire enemy team is just—it's good. That was very good.
He's just on a different level, Pichu.
The thing I'd like to point out with that particular fight is Pichu was being aided by his team. He was finishing off the kills, is the main thing here. The fact that on his Roadhog, he is able to confirm so many of those kills is the main point. A lot of times we'll see Roadhogs maybe get the hook, and then there's not enough damage followed up on the back end, which will allow the teamfight advantage to come in. But Pichu is probably playing the soldier role more effectively than anything else I saw in that game.
Yeah.
It was an incredible performance from him and dominating the entire thing.
Yeah.
I mean, most Roadhogs you see, basically, what they'll do is they'll just run around, they'll DPS the Ryan Shield, they'll kind of DPS some people, basically, and then they'll, like, get their hook and get a kill. But they won't really be getting kills the rest of the time, maybe off on, like, Reinhardt when they're in close quarters or something like that, but that's about it. Past that, you don't usually see it. With Pichu, it's constantly like he's picking up the damage that his team is putting down immediately, and it's coming out really well for them. I'm going to invite Pichu back to the lobby because he's in the game again.
Yeah, so on the defensive side, I mean, I do like a bit of Symmetra. We do want to see them at micro get going. I'm not convinced by the Mercy here when they're playing against someone like Pichu who can... Because Mercy has to be quite close to her heal target to heal them, comparative to, say, Anna. I'm not sure being in wanting to be in Pichu's hook range is particularly healthy.
All right, we're gonna start the game back up now.
The Pichu hooks,
still loading in.
The Pichu hooks have been a complete death sentence in this game.
All right,
and now he is back. So just for the viewers at home, we do apologise for any delay there. Pichu has unfortunately been having some internet issues recently, but we've got him back into lobby, so hopefully we'll be seeing him get another 6k at the beginning of this fight. What can we see from the attacking side to get past Visto, to actually get in and take this point to win the game?
think they need to be hyper aggressive, and they really need to give.
They need to win the first fight.
Yeah.
Like that's the key to get Symmetra, win on the first or second push, because without her ult, she's actually less effective combat wise than say a soldier would be.
Like, she already has her ult halfway up, so...
As mentioned earlier, with that high ground push, it has already come through from the attacking side. That's the first hook coming in, but no kill on the backside of that. As Reinhardt gets to charge in, Homemade Pizza is going to be taken to the death chamber, but we've got Vikioku just swinging that hammer and doing so much work here, as the entire team is going to be taken down, and that's a very successful first hold.
Yeah, that teleporter's already up, by the way.
Well, we see if teleporter or shield generator come out. I'm a bit torn here because I normally I'd say teleporter, but they do need to full hold, so shield generator might not be a bad plan. I don't know.
Both are good, but I think he needs to just go back and put it up. Teleporter.
There we go. I mean,
coming straight back up though as Homemade Pizza getting the charge to initiate this fight. Tac Visor, did I hear that on the backside? No, maybe. No, the Tac Visor has come up from Harvey, but he hasn't used it just yet. 2 kills already coming in from the defense. That's the 3rd kill as Harvey takes down Jonsoy on the back here. Now, we're seeing the full retreat come in. Smart decision.
I mean, this is going to be an interesting game if it goes to immediately a tiebreaker.
Yeah, I would like to note that Harvey's soldier recently has been particularly impressive. He's improved it a great deal.
I mean, from what we know, like, playing with him and everything, before he was pretty much only... Like, he did support before the Scrub Cup, and then he moved on to... McCree, and just, like, only McCree. Now he's starting to branch out more.
There we go.
Pichu's looking straight away. Pichu getting that first hook in, but no kill confirmed on the backside of this. Earthshatter going to be massive as he takes down 3 members. Ruti only trading back 1 kill, but that's 4 kills on the side of defense here. Pichu and Ruti left alone. Pichu is now the sole pig on that point and taken to the death chamber once again. Respawn will be coming in from the blue team.
The death chamber?
You
The
would,
Death Chamber.
yeah, you would think from like the first attack, right, that everybody would be like, oh, that cannonball is going to go down immediately. No, this has not been the case. They're evenly matched on their defensive power. This is interesting to see.
And Plumbus getting another quick kill there onto Arze. That's the Ana taken down. Main healer out of the fight already.
I mean, the issue we have here is that like that graviton, not poison. No. Oh, okay. We've got 6 ults coming in from Blacklist here. This is because they need to stack those ults to get a full team kill here because that teleporter. They don't have any flankers to take it out. So.
Homemade Pizza is establishing the shield line and pushing the team forward as the speed boost is now coming in. Tactical Visor being used as on top of that a Graviton Surge. Transcendence now coming down. Homemade Pizza getting the first kill of this fight, but the brawl is still continuing. Ruti going to kill Vikioku on the backside here. Alterna taking a kill of his own. That's the Bloodthirsty Mercy as the Mercy goes down herself. Jonsoy taken down by the Harvey Soul himself. Pichu now going to be using the whole hog and trying to go ham, getting the 1 kill as Ruti, the sole survivor here on the point, just trying to get some more position, but another very successful hold coming in from Cannonball. Homemade Pizza will be having to charge in very soon here, as that's the Earth Shatter, and it's going to be huge here as 4 seconds left on the clock, and nobody can really get onto the point as Jonsoy dies in the attempt. The clothesline comes in.
Oh my god.
Is the end of the match.
That's a full tie. That was amazing. Okay, so we're going to Ilios? Also, we need to get Sindaden back in the lobby.
Oh, Sindaden did he this time?
I think so.
Yeah, that was really intense from both teams. You know, you came into that second round and you thought, okay, Cannonball is totally gonna blow the game after they couldn't get really even barely a touch on the point, and then the same thing happens while they're on defense. So.
Usually when you see such an overwhelming defense, you expect it to just be that overwhelming defense, and then it's going to come to an overwhelming attack. You don't normally see overwhelming defense from both sides leading to a draw. Doesn't always happen. It's interesting to see how it goes. Let's see.
Job well done.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really thinking Blacklist will be able to pull it out. I think on actually, I don't know, because Cannonball was kind of, you know, wanting to go dive, so I feel like if they go dive on this Ilios map, that they could take it. Just really depends on which map on Ilios it is.
Let's see, so best of 3?
Do best of 1 for.
Okay, best of 1.
Yeah.
All right.
So as mentioned, we did get the full timing out there. Blacklist and Cannonball having a very, very dominant start coming into the first round, but Blacklist also showing their prowess on defense as well. Now, with the defense that was coming out from Blacklist, it was absolutely astonishing, but they really couldn't pull it together on attack. What do you feel they could have done differently in that game?
I think they needed to be a bit more aggressive. Like, they were doing pretty conservative pushes, just going up to the high ground and sitting on the high ground for a while, but they could have just taken the fight to them on main. We saw when they did that in the last 2 pushes, they were actually starting to get kills. Just the high ground for them wasn't working out well at all. And usually that's not the case, so it could be that it just wasn't setting them up properly, or they weren't using the high ground to the best extent, but it could be anything. But regardless, they need to just come in, probably be more present on the attack, and just take it to the enemy instead of trying to play strategically at this point. Or more strategically than the enemy at this point.
Yeah, while we wait here for Sindaden to get back in this lobby, we can get here on Best of 1 Ilios. I just want to remind everyone to follow us here and on Twitter at OW University. You can also check out our Discord at discord.gg/OW University if you're interested in being a player, caster, coach, just joining the community just to hang out. You know, we have pugs happening here and there, and people are always needing subs, so feel free to join the community. Also, our subreddit at reddit.com/r/Overwatch University. Overwatch University is dedicated to helping players, casters, and coaches get better at what they enjoy doing. So if you want to post your VOD to get it reviewed, you can post it there. You can post it in our Discord. You want to get involved on a casting team or just coaching teams in general, you can also join. We have opportunities for both, so just check it out. And
And while we're doing plugs, follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/energy__being. Also the same name on Twitter. So yeah, it's good. Good plug.
Man, we do love it. We're soon getting to the point where we can. I don't know if anybody's seen the CS:GO casts, but Machine on the desk and how effectively he plugs the score esports. We're getting there. We are so close to that. The plug mastery.
Nearly at peak plug level.
Soon enough, we can have people saying "sell out" in the chat, and the chat will be lit, and it will be fantastic.
You know what? If we ever get to the point that they're saying like "sell out" in the chat, and it's a few hundred people, I don't care. It'll be great.
As we take a look over that last game, we did believe it was going to be over with that first round. That first round was such a dominant performance, but Blacklist managing to bring it back in the second, and also show us that defense is the strong point of both of these teams. How do you feel that Ilios will probably break these teams apart here?
I think what they really need to do is one of the teams needs to develop like a healthy dive. They need to be able to get in there, get on the point, and be able to aggressively attack it, because both of them have such powerful defense. I think the first person who takes the point may just hold it for the entire time.
Okay, I have returned.
I am returned. Yeah.
Apologies for the crash. So, what have I missed?
Well,
nothing.
we were
We've just
waiting
been
for
waiting for you.
Well, no, as in where did the game end? What happened?
Oh,
with the game?
tie.
So we are going to one round on Ilios, are we?
Yeah. Best of one on Ilios.
Sounds like fun.
Now, of course, with Ilios, depending on which map we do get, we could be seeing Well, which will be probably the strong point of a player like Pichu. But from what we did see on from Cannonball as well, we could be seeing Cannonball. Maybe if we're going to Ruins, they will probably have a great time on with their soldier picks, with the McCree picks, and we did also see a Farah coming out from them at one point. So could be very interesting, and I believe a lot of this map, this game itself, will probably be down to which map and which stage they're on in Ilios.
Their picks will probably be affected by it as well. Sunday, you're loading back into the game now?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, I am currently getting into Overwatch, and then we should be getting going. Yeah, so Ilios. Okay, so I know Boostio aren't very good at Ilios. That's Harvey and Columbus. It's not really the forte of the team, so to speak.
Mm.
But I don't know. It's slow cookers. How would you say their Ilios game is?
I haven't really experienced it much. I think they're decent, but like most teams that are really good at like control point and like pushing, they're not super good at King of the Hill, from my memory.
If you want to invite me to that tasty lobby.
All
we
right.
did, to draw your memory back a little bit now, this was about a month ago, we did see Slow Cookers go to a tiebreaker on...
They
it was-
they did win that.
Oasis. They
Forgot
in a
about that.
dominant fashion.
In a big way.
And that was that was also the game where we did see Pichu get called out quite a few times for his SR and his eligibility for his bracket, just because of how effective Symmetra and Pichu were in that team. And once again, if that skill can carry over into Ilios, this could be an incredible game to watch. And hopefully the 3-man stack coming from those guys will probably show its dominance here. I'm really looking forward to this.
All right.
Right, here we go.
Here we go.
Right. We are
Best of one.
The main thing that we are going to have to focus on here, as we do have the loading screen, is which map we are on, or which stage we're on even. And we're going to going to Well. We're going to Well.
This is this is Well.
This is the map. The map that most teams don't want to get in this. Also, this may be a huge advantage to Pichu and the Blacklist team.
Yeah, I mean, they say it's a well. I'm not seeing any water at the bottom of this well. Even the spectate camera can't see it.
It's an endless well. Probably goes all the way through to Australia or something.
I mean, I found the bottom of it. It's just
Sitting
black.
in the bottom of it has a weird sound. It really does. All right.
Oh my god, it does. What the hell?
Yeah.
And suddenly we're in a horror movie. But,
Yeah,
of course,
exactly.
I can kind of see a bit of blue at the bottom. If you, well, I think that's just a lighting thing.
I don't know.
I think if you kind of hover around the lip, you can kind of see a bit.
I think you're looking too hard for it, Sindane. That's our problem.
Yeah, I think you're looking too hard
I need
for
to
it.
find water in this well.
But we do have the team comps already locked in. We're going to be seeing a Soldier, a Lucio, a Pharah, a Zarya, and Vikioku is going to be taking the Winston pick alongside the Mercy. We do have the signature Pichu Roadhog coming in, as both teams are already vying for position on this point. Both teams running the standard Lucio comp, but the difference being one has an Ana and the other has a Mercy. Lots of damage already coming in as the Pharah Sky battle already going on. These alleyways being littered with damage as Rooty takes down Plumbus, but Plumbus gets a kill of his own. Pichu getting one more kill down onto Harvey straight away as Vikioku goes down to the hands of Pichu. And this fight is getting messy already. John Soy getting a lot of damage down, but Pichu is the one securing the kill on the end of this fight, as that is the entire team of Cannonball forced out.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're seeing Vikioku swap onto that Reinhardt there. Yeah, so what I'm seeing here is I'm not sure about that Mercy pickup. It's like, yeah, Far Mercy's fantastic and all, but Mercy can't help kill the enemy Pharah. When you got a Pharah versus Pharah matchup, that Ana's quite important. So
This is true.
it's all on Harvey to take down John Sweet.
I think the Mercy needs to play it safe and just wait for a Rose at this point, and then maybe
Homemade Pizza instantly getting a charge in there as Pichu getting one more kill straight down onto Plumbus. That's one more kill going over to the side of Cannonball, as this is going to be the entire wipe coming out here. Paul Weezy, the only man left on this point, trying to shield himself, but he's going to be going through the houses here, chased down, and he's killed for the delayed team kill there. Great hold.
This is going incredibly well for
We need to see some
Blacklist team.
We need to see some swaps.
Yeah.
We
I think we need to see something to do with Roadhog, like Reaper. Another Roadhog.
Oh wait, is there someone other than me just suggest Reaper?
That is Vikioku going straight into the well there, as John Soy getting 2 kills off him before he's taken down by Harvey's homing missiles there. Now, the team's vying for position once again. Pichu just running around in circles, trying to find out to be the death dentist for another fight. Paul Weezy pushing into this. Vikioku now there to back him up, as both teams straight onto this point. With Pichu killing another member of the team. Bondus goes straight down. The Graviton Surge now trapping in 4 members, breaking it then coming in onto the point. Vikioku once again going to that well, as John Sawyer's on point with those knockback rockets. Harvey trying to dance around. Pichu jumping into the well. No, he got booped into the well. Lovely positioning there from Alterna. Servants never dies. Paul Weezy is brought back to life, and Homemade Pichu with the ult hits no one, but the charge kills the Lucio. This is going to be the retake and the first take for Cannonball.
Yeah, there we go. Overtime. So
I mean, Pichu's definitely proving himself to be the best, like no one ever was.
to catch
Yeah,
them,
like
To hook them is his real test. To kill them is his
it's his
cause.
cause. He will travel across the well.
Executing all the Pharahs.
searching far and wide.
Far
wide. Homemade are getting charged into a wall as Vikioku is the man going down. Plumps getting 2 kills straight away with that rocket barrage as Homemade Pizza the only man left alive here. John Soy still trying to get some positional damage down as Rooty dancing around. Looks like the fight and the skirmish has been broken off as the team of Blacklist are just choosing to regroup, noticing they've got enough time left on the clock.
Fairly hefty ult advantage on the side of Blacklist here. I will note. Like you've 4 ults versus 2. One of them is Sand Barrier, which is a pretty big one, but on the flip side they've got an electric catboy, nano barrage. Oh, that's not good.
Pichu making sure that barrage cannot come into this. Homemade Pizza is going to be shielding up Vikyoku's Earth Shatter there. One more ult being used there by Lucio as Unstoppable Cowboy coming in onto the point, running around with the force of 1,000 Clint Eastwoods and doing his best as Harvey is skating around that well, trying to get some damage down onto everyone as another fantastic Earth Shatter. Homemade Pizza